guessing game like that.
Hello.
Wow, Idris, it's great to have you here.
Oh, good to be here.
Man,
really
you're a big worked-out fella. You're looking pretty lean, mean. You're ready to go. Are you working hard at the moment?
No, not at all, man. I was making a film in the summer that it required me to lose 10 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was that Beast of No Nation?
That was just my wages. It's a tough crowd.
So what film was that? Which one?
Star Trek.
Oh,
I did, yeah, the new instalment of Star Trek.
OK, who are you playing? What are you doing?
I can't say that at all. No, seriously, I can't. I'll get shot. But, like, I'm in this third instalment of the big Star Trek films. It was an amazing time, but it was really hard work.
Hey, I just realised, I believe, and this is remarkable, have you ever met anyone who hasn't seen a Star Wars movie?
Yes, my son.
Well, how old's he?
19 months.
Well, that doesn't count. But Sir David Attenborough has never seen one.
No way.
Is that right, Sir David?
Never seen one.
Wow. Never seen one.
Really?
Have you ever seen a Star Trek film?
A what?
Exactly. So you mentioned little boy. Let me ask you about that. You've become a father for the second time recently.
Yeah.
And your son, you said he's 19 months old?
19 months.
Wow. Now, that's a great age. So 19, so he's talking a little bit, he's walking, I guess, fairly well by now.
Yeah.
Is it hard for you going back to work, though, when you've got a little one at home like that? Because you go away for big chunks of time, don't you?
Yeah.
That must be tough.
It is tough. I mean, most times, if I can, I'd bring my family with, and we'll just, you know, sort of live. But that's really tough because I do long hours and I never see them. I'm always grumpy.
Yeah.
So there's no point. But, you know, it is tough. You just have to spread it out a little bit.
Let me ask you about your other child as well. You have a daughter, she's 13, I believe? Yeah. OK, so I think we have a picture of you with her. Beautiful young girl, becoming a young woman. So how was that, her going to the Oscars? Was that last year's Oscars?
It was last year. You know what she said? She goes, Dad, it's like being in Madame Tussauds, but everyone's moving.
Now, what were you like at that age?
13 years old, I bought a car from the loot for 50 quid.
Hold it, when you were 13?
Yeah.
You bought a car?
Well, yeah,
for yourself?
You could buy the loot, it was only 35p, and then you could buy cars.
Yeah, but you were 13.
Yeah. I just looked older. I had a beard and everything.
Yeah, but not just that. Were you driving it?
Yeah.
When you were 13?
Yes.
But you're saying that as if that's a... Never mind how old you looked.
Right.
Well,
you'll get me in trouble.
Well, no, you're getting yourself in trouble by saying it as if it's the most normal thing in the world.
Well, it was to me, I guess. But I did. And I had a girlfriend who was 19 as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
She was the love of my life. It was really funny because I used to go to school in the morning when I stayed at her house.
You used to drive to school in the morning, yeah, we got that.
And I used to pretend like, you know, I was going to work. I used to have a job as a tyre fitter. That was only a Saturday job. So I used to get up in the morning, put the overalls on and go to work when I stayed at her house. Yeah. And then drive to school, take the overalls off, put my uniform on and go in.
Yeah. And then go home with the overalls back on?
Well, yeah, but no, then I'd have to go to my mum's house.
Yeah.
And she'd have to give me a beating because I slept out the night before. You know, it's just what it is.
So you would do your homework at home, not in front of your girlfriend who assumed you were out?
Well, no, every now and again I'd bring the homework to her house by mistake, and I used to say it was like my boss's son's homework. It was complex, I mean,
wow.
You know.
OK, so if your daughter came home with a young man who was like you were at that age, what would your reaction be?
All right, enough. Listen, I'm going home.
Because there'll be an 11-year-old driving her home if it's the same.
How old are you, son?
So, Beast of No Nation, the film, I watched that this week, and it's out. You can see it on Netflix. It got a theatrical release as well. That's a pretty tough film to watch.
Yeah.
I mean, I think a remarkable film.
Yeah.
I mean, congratulations. But,
thank you.
But a hard watch, and I would have thought quite a hard thing to film. Yeah. And you don't really want to bring that kind of work home with you, do you? No. I would have thought.
Definitely not that. I mean, this film is about, you know, child soldiers. You know, there's an alarming number of kids that are still child soldiers at this point. So we made this film to highlight that. And it's a great film. It's a nice piece of entertainment. It's done well, but the point is, it was a very difficult movie to make. Cool. You know, I can't stand seeing children suffer. I watch the Toy Story and I start crying. So let alone Beast of No Nation. But yeah.
I'm going to show a clip because it is. I urge you to see it. I thought it's a very compelling, very dark at times piece of drama, but and a fabulous performance from the young boy in that.
Yeah,
what's his name? That actor?
Ibrahim.
He's incredible in it.
Yeah.
But before we show that, you filmed this in Ghana.
Yes.
Which I believe is where... Is that where your mum's family was from originally? Had you been to Ghana before?
Yeah, no, I'd never been to Ghana. And we got Ghana as a location. I was a producer on it, so I was sort of instrumental to try and get it to Ghana. We got Ghana, and I told my mum, I'm making a movie in Ghana. She was like, oh! She nearly passed out. So, but 2 weeks before I shot, we went with my mum. She had never taken me to Ghana. It was so emotional. We met all her her sisters, well, 2 of her sisters and her cousins. And it was just like a big family reunion, you know? It was like really, it was a special time, man.
Idris Elba as the Commandant in Beasts of No Nations. He is not, no one would say, a nice man.
No.
Do you have to try and find something in that character that you like, that you can see as being not admirable, but maybe forgivable?
Yeah. I mean, with a character like that, you definitely have to humanise him. Otherwise, you're watching a guy you hate for a long time. You don't want to do that, you know? It's like your show. But, just joking.
That was far too big a laugh for that, I'll be honest.
No, but, you know, the idea is to try and humanise a character and make them alive so that audiences can stomach it, you know?
Yeah. All right, here's the thing. You always look great, you're always immaculately dressed, and you've now branched out into designing clothes as well.
Well, I joined forces with Superdry, a great British brand, and they, you know, used to send me bits and pieces, coats. So I said, I really love these coats, and before you know it, we sat down and they said, Idris, we think you're an influencer in fashion, just by what I wear.
Yeah.
My stylist, Cheryl, who's out there somewhere, she gets all the praise for that. But the truth is that we decided to just, you know, put those ideas together, and I had a really great time making clothes. I've never done that before, you know, sort of designing how the fit should be, what the jumper should look like, the V-neck. I've had a great time doing it. I really have.
So you're doing clothes, you're acting, obviously, movies and TV. Is there anything you want to do that you haven't done? I can't think there are many things, apart from, obviously, being a dad and staying involved in your kids' life. What is there for you that excites you?
I wouldn't mind getting some rest, that's for sure. Just getting a bit of sleep.
Well, with a little boy who's not yet 2, that's not going to happen,
that's not going to work very good. But I didn't... Actually, I was talking to my agent the other day. I wouldn't mind a spot, like, sort of, like, late-night presenting. You know, like, when you wear a suit and you do... But my agent said I'd be terrible. He said,
yeah, well, that's better.
That.
I've been doing this since I was 7. It's great to have you. So tell us again, what part do you play in Star Trek?
Yeah, no, I can't say. But, you know, I heard that you wanted to hear about The Jungle Book.
Oh, yes. I forgot you were doing the voiceover for Shere Khan.
Shere Khan.
Man, so this is... Now, is this a live-action version they're doing, or is it another animated?
Well, sort of. It's part animated, part live-action. Yeah. And there's a trailer online, so I'm not breaching any contracts there, but I was so excited to get this job for, like, Shere Khan in a Jungle Book. Any Jungle Book fans?
Yeah, of course. So you voice Shere Khan, the tiger, the villain. OK, can we hear some Shere Khan?
We can't hear any Shere Khan, I'm sorry. No, honestly, because I'm under a, you know, a contract.
You can't reveal your Shere Khan.
I can show you the voices that didn't make the cut.
So these are some you tried out before settling on the official Shere Khan?
Yeah.
Well, that's about as good as we're going to get, and I'm excited about that anyway.
I just thought, you know, I'd give you some exclusives. Okay. Well, hello there, Mowgli. What are you doing in the jungle by yourself? I didn't go for that.
I'm surprised. I'll tell you what, I would see that movie twice if it was doing. OK, there's one. Do you have another one?
Hey, cuz. Hey, Mowgli, cuz, what are you doing? What are you doing in the jungle, bruv?
So that was more of a street Shere Khan.
Well, I don't have a third.
Well, you know what? I don't think we need a third, because we're going to play, ladies and gentlemen, the fabulous Idris Elba.